Hey, what's going on? Coming at you from Chicago, Illinois. So, I found this article here, and as I present the article, this woman who won this lottery back in 1996, she's gonna kind of come across as being like a villain, cold-blooded, greedy, if you want to call it that. But towards the end of me kind of summarizing the article, I'll try to keep it somewhat balanced because there's two sides to every story. So this article is from thesun.com, the U.S. Sun, and the title of this article is Winning Stripped. I won a 1.3 million lottery jackpot, but I was accused of fraud and lost all the cash after immediately divorcing my husband. A lottery winner has been stripped of her money after it was revealed she hid it from her husband and the court during their divorce proceedings. Apparently, this woman thought she could hide something like this and get away with it. California resident Denise Rosie took home $1.3 million in December of 1996, but kept her good luck a secret, or attempted to keep her good luck in secret. Less than 2 weeks after winning, she abruptly served her husband Thomas Rosie with divorce papers while he was at work. Wow, that just seems very brash and cold. He was shocked, rightfully so. As Thomas said, he and his ex were so close that they shared an electric toothbrush, the Los Angeles Times reported. I don't know if that's a little too much information, but I guess it's enduring. It was their life. It was their reality. Thomas told People, I couldn't understand it. She wanted me to move out of the house very fast. It wasn't like her to act this way. It took 2 years for Thomas to figure out what had happened. He caught wind of Denise's winnings when he intercepted a letter addressed to her at his new apartment in Los Angeles. Thomas decided to sue his ex-wife and won. Denise lost all of her winnings, and her ex-husband was awarded a $48,000 annual payment at her expense. But the outcome could have been very different if Denise had disclosed everything back in 1996. Her failure to disclose was a fraud according to Denise's lawyer. He even admitted that himself. Had she had been upfront about the winnings, she likely would have been able to keep half of it, if not more, the attorney said. So, like I said at the beginning of this video, it kind of paints this woman to be brash, cold-hearted. But I just want to add these last two things here. Moral of the story: it pays to be honest from the beginning. That was what Thomas's lawyer had said. And then Thomas, the ex-husband here, he said, if it wasn't for the lotto, Denise and I probably would still be together. Is there some self-worthy issues there for him to make a statement like that? I mean, this whole experience kind of revealed her true colors, it seems like. But I will, like I said at the beginning of this video, there's two sides to every story. The article concludes by saying that Denise, she she talks about in an interview a few years after all this had happened, she had said that her husband was a photographer, that he was always broke, that she was tired of supporting him, and that she was eventually happy to be done with this person, basically. Even if that is true, she didn't have to act the way she acted. She could have went about divorcing him and without being so brash about it. But again, this was her true colors. I think that there's probably wrongdoing on both parts, it seems like. But I don't know. She said he was always broke, and then he was awarded 48,000 annual payment, so maybe that kind of helped him a little bit. So that was the article that I had found online. And this right here, this is a study Bible. You can read this Bible every day. And as I'm filming this video, it's April 15th. So I'm just going to read a little section underneath that date. And I'm going to read Proverbs 13, 5 through 6. And it says, "The godly hate lies. The wicked cause shame and disgrace. Godliness guards the path of the blameless, but the evil are misled by sin." So, what do I take away from all this information? I think basically what Thomas's lawyer had to say, moral of the story, it pays to be honest from the beginning. Which, to be an honest person, the prerequisite of being an honest person is to have courage. Obviously, it's not easy to be honest and straightforward. I know that when I had started making these videos, right before I started making any videos, I knew that I was going to eventually make a video about my sexuality, and then I knew I was going to eventually talk about that. I was going to eventually make a video about that because I was going to be reading from the Bible, referencing from the Bible, and I didn't want that to be like a first or second video. I just kind of wanted to get the channel rolling, get the ball rolling with some other miscellaneous videos, but I wanted to be honest and transparent. And so for any critics, if they do accuse me as to why I chose to make this channel and structure it the way that I have, with discussing religion and my sexuality, it's just basically I want to repent. I want to get away from the dark side of sin, and basically turn towards the light that my Creator has to offer, the light that leads to peace, happiness, joy, abundance. So yeah, that's what I take away from this information, to just be honest. And again, to be honest, the prerequisite of being honest is to have courage. And if it's difficult to have that courage to work up to honesty, you can start, just taking that one little step, and then taking another step after that, and then it becomes easier to just be truthful and transparent. Because if you try to hide something and think you're going to get away with it, it might not. In this article, she didn't get away with it. She got away with it for 2 years, but eventually it caught up to her. And as even her own attorney said, that if she would have just been upfront, that she would have been able to keep half, if not a little bit more than her winnings, instead of doing things the way she decided to do it. So just be honest, be straightforward. Even if it's difficult in the beginning, try to work up that courage, and I think you'll be rewarded for that. So that was today's video, and I hope to see you guys in the next one.